Hey guys, what is going on? This is the first video on my channel, so if you do like it, be sure to give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you don't or do like about it, and subscribe if you're just feeling a little bit lucky. So let's get straight into the video, okay? You always see those dices around the Grand Exchange, don't you? Saying join our clan, you can make bucks and bank and everything, and you're just like, oh my god, I just want to be so rich. Now I've thought of a way that we can kind of defeat them, but it's kind of, we join them at the same time. If you can't beat them, join them, that kind of motto. So my proposal is that we build a casino in Runescape. I know, what the hell are you talking about? Well, let me tell you the pros and cons, what it contains, where I think it should be placed, just stuff like that, okay? So the first thing I'm going to tell you what it'll do is what it will contain. So it'll contain things like blackjack, or 21 as you might know it. It'll contain things like the hot and cold flower game, dicing, so you know, like the 55 times 2 that you used to see with the dice bags. I'm not really sure the Death Plateau quest, you know, when you have to go and dice that drunk guy, something like that, where you just roll 2 dice and whoever gets the highest one wins. But you'd be playing against NPCs, not against other players. So this is where it starts to get like a little bit better, okay? But first I'm going to tell you where I think it should be placed, okay? So there are 2 places that I think it should be placed. Either one, there should be a new floor in the Berthip games room, or number 2, over here behind the Varrock Palace. So I think there should be like a little entrance here, and then maybe just behind the palace here, and maybe move the spirit tree down to this corner or this corner, because these aren't really doing anything. This looks like it's got a bit more room, so maybe down here, and you can just have it behind the palace or in the games room. Like I said, that would fit pretty good as well. Now I'm going to go onto the pros and the cons of this, okay? We'll start off with the pros, may as well, okay? This would be an incredible money sink, okay? Because money's always coming into the game, you know, just how it does, drops, etc, etc. But these dicing clans, what they are doing is, obviously, they're taking your money and they're then keeping it for profit. That's how they work, otherwise there'd just be no point in doing it. But you'll be playing against NPCs in this casino, so rather than the money staying in the game, if you lose, then the money just go out the game completely, making things, you know, like more valuable. Which I think that'd be very beneficial, to be honest. I mean, we need a money sink. People are just getting rich as hell. There's still dices, you know. You see them in the clan chats. They use these bots now that talk for you in the clan chat. You do like a command, and then it rolls the dice for you and it comes back with it. This also leads to people being scammed, because these can be controlled. I don't really know how they work, to be honest with you, but they can be controlled. They're programmed, so of course they can be controlled, so they can potentially control the outcome. If I say control one more time, I swear to God I'm going to hit myself, okay? So what they're going to do is you're going to play against an NPC. That way, if you lose, the money goes out the game, you can't get it back. If you do win, then obviously they'll double your money, so obviously some more money will come back into the game, but mostly it'll be going out, because I think what the dice is is 55 times 2 or 54 or somewhere along those lines. So there's a slightly less chance of you winning than there is of you winning, obviously, okay? So that I think would be amazing, okay? Also, the dicing and flower clans will just be eradicated. There'd just be no point in having them whatsoever. This would be good and bad. Actually, I can't see any reason why that'd be bad, because they just suck, to be honest. I think they suck. They take so much money. New players come in, they see an easy way to make money. Sometimes they can just run off with your money. I mean, you're not going to go up to an NPC and then like, oh, you won, and then you'll see him legging it into the wilderness. Hell no. He's obviously going to be giving you back your money regardless. He has no opinion. He's just got nobody behind the screen. It's an NPC, isn't he? Okay. So this may be thinking like, oh, but then what would be the point? What would be the point in this? Because if there's already things in the game, then why can't we just do this anyway? Well, dicing clans are illegal. You can get banned for joining one, being in one, using one, etc, etc. And to be honest, this idea isn't much different from the duel arena, if you think about it, okay? Because duel arena is a game of chance, okay? Obviously, you can battle for no money whatsoever, but it's still a game of chance. Max combats, obviously, if they're fighting each other, they have a 50-50 chance of winning. Obviously, your combat levels affect your percentage of winning, etc., and what style of dueling you use. But that's a controlled form of gambling, okay? Because obviously, it's two people against each other, but you have an interface. You can obviously still be scammed. This way, with the casino, I don't think there's any way you could be really scammed, because you're not playing against another player. It's just an NPC, so you can't really be scammed. So all the rules would be the same for everybody, so that wouldn't make a difference. And like I said, in the duel arena, they can change the options, etc. This you can't, so I think it's good. It's a control game of chance again, so like the duel arena, it's just controlled. I don't see anything wrong with it, okay? Also, another pro would be it will make some really good content on YouTube, because people will be able to go from, like, I don't know, 1G, I don't know, road to max cash from 1GP in the casino. So that's how it could also be used. Also, I've just thought of this right on the spot now. You could also maybe pay a toll to get into the casino, so an entry fee. I don't know, say be 100k, 500k, 1 mil, whatever. Or maybe different rooms that you have to pay to get into for a higher risk and the max amount of bets. Maybe you could have a max amount of bets per day, or a max amount that you can bet, etc. So they're all my ideas, okay? And now we're going to the cons of my ideas. The first con, obviously, is that it promotes gambling. But like I said earlier, it's no different from the duel arena, really, because obviously that promotes gambling. Because people go in there, they stake the money, etc. So really, the only cons that I can think of is that A, it promotes gambling, and 2, people will rage quit, because obviously some people will lose the bank, some people will be off the moon because they'll have made bank. But oh dear me, oh, we did not want to do that. Let's just, never mind. Okay, so some people will want to make bank. Some people, well, everybody wants to make bank. What the fuck am I saying? Everybody wants to make bank, but some people will lose the bank and then they will rage quit about it, probably come back a few days later and go back in again, which again, it promotes gambling. But it's no different from the duel arena. People go into the duel arena, they stake the bank, they lose it, they cry, they quit for a few days, they go to Zora for 2 hours, then they go back to the duel arena and make back up to max cash. I don't see any difference, and this would be beneficial for every single combat level, because you won't be fighting anything, there'd be no skills. You could do it straight off Tutorial Island if you want to. Go up there, stake your 25 GP, you know, an hour later you've got max cash. Or the other way around, you're a max combat level, you've got max cash, you go in there, stake it, you've lost it. It's a money sink. It's a money sink, it's a money win. I don't see the problem that we have here, okay? But if you guys can see any problems with anything that I've said, obviously leave it down in the comments below. If you think it's good, leave it a thumbs up. If you don't like it, give it a thumbs down. It doesn't bother me. If you think it's a bad idea, give it a thumbs down. If you want to see more from me, subscribe. I'll have much more interesting content. This is just a fucking idea that I've had. So yeah, tell me what you think. I'll pop it on Reddit. Drop it in the comments there. And have a great day, guys.